Hello class, welcome back to our online class again. So before we start our lesson, teacher want you to prepare our material like your textbook, your notebook and your pen. And before we start, teacher want to inform you again that today is our monthly exam. So after our video for the first session and second session, you need to do our exam. So here is our lesson for today. That for the first session we are going to study our book is Listening Starter 1, that we talk about unit 9 V1s on page 62. So I hope that you have our book right now on your hand. And for today, let's look at our whiteboard in here. So teacher have question for you, so you need to write down this question into your notebook. Okay, so my question, we have 3 questions. The first one is, what sport do you play? Number 2, how often do you play this sport? Number 3, do you play well? So number 1, what sport do you play? It focuses about the sport that your favorite sport. Like example, every day you usually like to play soccer ball. So the sport that you like to play is soccer, right? Okay, number 2, how often do you play this sport? So how often that you play this sport is 1 time a week or 3 times a week. Example, 1 time a week is mean like you play 1 time only in 1 week. That sometimes you can play on Tuesday, right? Okay, and number 3, do you play well? So if you play well, you need to say it, yes, I do. But if you cannot play it well, you need to answer no, I don't, right? Okay, so right now let's move to our vocabulary. That today teacher want you to know about the sport vocabulary. So in here teacher have soccer ball, volleyball, baseball, badminton, tennis and swimming, right? So teacher want you to look at the first picture that talk about soccer ball. So here is the soccer ball that you need to use the leg to kick the ball, right? And volleyball, this one you need to use our hand to hit the ball, right? That you can see at this picture. And baseball is the sport that you use your hand to throw the ball and have someone fight it, right? Or hit it, right? Okay, and badminton, you can see in here, this one is very famous for our country, that every morning or in the evening usually play it with a partner, and they usually play this one for exercise, right? And tennis, you can see in here, tennis is a small ball, right? But the appearance is look like badminton also. And the last one is swimming. So all this sport is related with sport vocabulary. So you can use all these words to answer in our first question that I asked you. What sport do you like to play, right? Okay, so right now let's move to our page 62 in our book. So in here, teacher have 2 exercise that you need to do. Exercise A is ask your partner, write down the answer. And B, you need to use the information about, write about one of your partners. So before we start do our this exercise, teacher want you to look at our exercise A first. So ask your partner. So right now, as you know already, we study online, right? So you can ask your sister or your brother that you can use their answer to write down into this column to become your partner answer. So in this column also we have 4 columns. The first one we talk about name, sport, how often, and play well. And you need to use these 3 questions in here to complete your partner answer in this column, right? Okay, so number 1 is talk about the name. So we need to complete what is your name. Example, what is your name? So you can see in here, right? What sport do you play? So she play basketball, right? And how often do you play this sport? Once a week, Friday. So she always play basketball once a week, every Friday. And the last question, do you play well? Yes, right? So after you complete like this already, you need to use the information in here in our 4 column to complete in here, but you need to write in a paragraph that talk about your partner. Basketball, he plays once a week. On Friday, he plays well, right? Okay, so you need to use your partner answer to write into this partner that you need to write in a paragraph. So I hope that you can do it as well. And now it's time for our break time, so please enjoy your break time and we will come back for second session. Goodbye.